one or two to show up, and then I'll start yapping. Yapping is what I do. It's funny, I just saw a U.S. News report. Consumers should expect laptops and cars and everything to go higher in price. You guys, they're not phrasing it correctly. What they should be saying is your dollar is losing value. Everything is getting more expensive. That's what the truth is. So, McDonald's, for example, 2 cheeseburgers, small drink, small fry, $10. You guys, come on. Used to be able to get like a Big Mac meal for like $5. That was the big thing. $5, Big Mac, large fry, and large Coke. Long days are long gone. So when you hear their shenanigans like your dollar is gonna everything's just costing more now. Come on. They're just not phrasing it correctly. I'll give you an example. I'm selling this car that I'm driving here. It's kind of a collector car. Market price value, ones with like about similar mileage. The mean was right around 45, 46. Okay. And I am putting the reserve up for 50 for this car. It's a Chevy SS. It's a sedan. And I put the reserve. Why am I even home? I'm checking my dogs. I put the reserve for $50,000 because I'm like, they're gonna start printing money like in 2 weeks. That means the cost of my car needs to go up. I need to keep that price. And so when people say, "Well, this is what it's sold for in the last year," that's okay. But now we have the CPI, which is bullshit. Consumer Price Index is just a basket of goods that they decide to pick. Why don't you make your own basket of goods and then put that into the CPI index? I believe that there's a AI generated, you could do an AI generator for your own CPI, your own consumer product price index for your products, your basket of goods, and see where you're on average on how high it's gone up in inflation over the last I would do like a 3-year period. That's a nice swath. And just really see what things have cost over the last 3 years and how the prices have gone up. And that is a direct reflection on how much buying power or how little buying power your dollar has. And the only way to preserve that, ladies and gentlemen, is through Bitcoin. There really is no other way for long haul. You can get away with short term, medium term, but you're still not going to beat the price of capital. And the way the inflation is going, and they're going to print more, and they're going to drop down the APR by 25 basis points, I think, and then another 25 basis points, which means 1/4% and another 1/4% for a total of 0.5% only. That's what a basis point is. It's like 1 basis point is like 1%, 100 basis points is 100%, and then it just keeps going like that. So, yeah. Let me take that back. 100 basis points is 1%. 1 basis point is 100th of 1%. There. That's. Gotta put my thinking cap on. So I just keep telling. It's funny because I mentioned the Bitcoin thing with everybody I meet. Like, hey, I think I know what this is. I'm hoping I know what this is. I think this is like a digital coin. So today's got big news Monday, and the big news on Monday is that the government's approving 401ks to accept crypto derivatives, ETFs. Like the list is huge. Long list of stuff that they're going to approve into the 401ks for people. And there's like $8 trillion of fundage that goes through into the 401ks, I believe, the United States. I don't know if it's worldwide or how that works, but I know that there's $8 trillion in there, and that's it's about 2x where we're currently at in the crypto market. Crypto market just tipped 4 trillion, I think today or yesterday or something. So a lot of volume and a lot going on with the government. Let's see here. You ghetto. Yep. Ghetto. I'd be ghetto, man. You ghetto? It's funny, people talk shit. Anyways. Yep. Ghetto coin. Go buy it. Peter's Hangout. Thank you. Come on. So, all I suggest is go buy some Bitcoin before it hits $150,000, man. We're going to see a surge. Listen, there's going to be a huge restriction on how much is going to be available soon. The crypto exchanges are running out of Bitcoin, man. There's just not that much. Since the last halving, we've dropped down to less than 3.25%. So this next halving in a year and a half, it's going to drop half that. I mean, it's just half the supply. Right now, it's about $1 million worth of Bitcoin are being mined a day. And when you have people like Michael Saylor and BlackRock and such, and the Japanese firm, they're buying up all the Bitcoin, it's not going to be anything left. And so I believe that there's going to be an over leverage in that manner, and there's not going to be enough Bitcoin. And the people who are holding Bitcoin, first of all, if you got it on an exchange, get it off of the exchange. Put it in a wallet, cold wallet. Get it off of the exchange. That's all I can say, is because when they become desperate and they don't have any more Bitcoin, anything that's on the exchange will be wiped. They'll take that as their collateral, and then they'll just give you an IOU. Trust me, it happened before with me and BlockFi. So BlockFi took a whole Bitcoin from me. So we'll see if I ever get that back. That one's gone. That's heartache, especially when it goes up as fast as it does. $130,000, man. You can. That's a bitter pill to swallow. But at the end of the day, you got to learn and move on, and that's the biggest thing. Learn and move on. So go get a cold wallet. Sorry, you guys are hitting me up here. Okay. BTC is a given. Yeah, it is a given, but it's a given for you, people like you and I. A lot of people just don't just understand it. They, like my other friend, he's just like, so you think it's a good place to make some money? That's what he said. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not that. You want to go make money, do it with all that other stuff, XRP and Coinbase, and that's like with the stock, and just there's so many. You can get the micro or the strategy stock. You could go get a BlackRock ETF. Like, there's ways to make money. But if you want security for the future and you want to hold the future in your own hands and not be susceptible to any of that shenanigans that go on, and then I would say buy Bitcoin, put it in some cold storage, and forget about it. You don't have to hold much. That's just my suggestion. So this is the live I had today. Ghetto, ghetto, ghetto. That's funny. You ghetto, he said. I gotta understand what the kids are saying when they say T-A-O. T-A-O? I'll look it up. There's an acronym for everything, man. All right, you guys. This is Topsnap Podcast. Jay Medina saying to research your Bitcoin before you go buy anything. Please, for God's sake, don't say you bought Bitcoin when you just bought something else in crypto. Don't buy Bitcoin junk either. Do your research. Make sure you buy the real BTC, Bitcoin. Okay? Orange. Got a B on there. All right, guys. Not Bitcoin Cash either. That one's green. So be careful. Stick with the orange pill. All right, guys. Much love. Peace and hair grease. And keep your eye on the markets today and then this whole week. I think we're going to see a big change. It's like a rocket going to explode. I think we're going to go up to, like Crypto Jeb said, we're going to hit about 150. Looks like what the market says. So I believe we're going to hit about 150 within the next 2 months for sure. All right, you guys. Take care.